Peace and blessings, my Afrocentric home design and style channel. This is Lisa Marie. I hope you are perfect, whole, and complete. I've been wearing this all day. I really have to moisturize my hair. Today we're going to moisturize so we can wear our hair out because this is those that wear my hair all week. Anyway, got my nails done. So I did the silver. It's got like glitter. I don't know, I gotta think about this color, but I like trying different colors. Somebody suggested it, and yeah. Now, I got some silver on my toes, but it's like a gray silver, it's like a steel, and I actually like that color. So anyway, it's always fun, nails are done, so I love that part. And y'all, we are going to take this and put it right back the way it was, but I just like to do it with y'all. You know, doing my hair wrapping, especially for y'all, it's quite relaxing while I talk. So I hope that you're here. But I wanted to share some with y'all. I always love to share with y'all. And I wanted to share this with you as well. Maybe we'll come up with a different style too with this. So I hope you're well, perfect, whole, and complete. Shanika, hey queen, hey. Y'all, I'm pooped because Christmas is coming. I thought it was Friday. My Sister Fran had to remind me that tell me no, dear, it's Thursday. So here, like other places, everything basically shuts down. Not just Christmas Day, right? But so that would be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 4 days. It's gonna feel like ghost town. Everybody's gonna be doing their thing. So you got to get everything before that. Like here, everything is a little different. Living in a developing country where, you know, you gotta sort out your water, right? You gotta sort it out, y'all. See if I can do something different. You gotta sort out your water. So, and you know, we gotta call a companies, a couple of providers, so they can come around and then they can either fill your tanks or fill your containers that you already have in your house. The thing is, you got to buy the water. Of course, fine, no problem. That's okay, buy the water. But then this sister was telling me that when you buy the water, you got to have the tanks, right? You got to have the tank. You got to have enough containers to contain all the water that they're about to get you. She says a lot, and I only have 2 containers, and I need at least 6. Isn't that crazy to get the amount of water? Now your house be looking crazy. It can't be cute. There's nothing about I cry. And I noticed when I first moved here, you can't even have a cute house because you gotta have all them ugly ass containers. They be like, well, you know, I laughed. My landlady said that once. You know, you can take the containers and just put them in your bathroom. You have a big bathroom. Yeah, maybe I don't want them ugly containers in my bathroom, but then you can't worry about ugly. You can't worry about ugly because the reality is you really need the water more than you need the cuteness. So I think there's a lot of reasons why I don't go too hard when I'm in Accra. But anyway, at least where the places I've lived, right? Look at that. We just created that right there, right on the spot. So, so it's a lot, right? But I do gotta have to get some containers, and I gotta put them in the bathroom. It's taken away from the cuteness. But I need the water. And then they're not cheap, you know? And then, I don't know, I'm just so tired. So I didn't get the containers today because I had 1,000 other things to do because I'm trying to catch this health food store that has this bread. I gotta catch this other health food store tomorrow that has the black rice and the quinoa. I need my nails done and all of that. I have to go to Makola because I don't even know if they're gonna. I gotta ask somebody if they're gonna be open on Saturday. Because if I don't, I might just have to go back tomorrow and just stock up on the stuff. It's a lot, you know. It's okay. It's life. It's once a year, but you know, it's a lot to do. So I'm tired. But I gotta remember, I have a driver that I call, and it worked out for me perfectly. And I'm just gonna call him tomorrow and say, look, rather than me run 50 places in and out, I can just come out the car and drive to all the places in one day or a few hours, and it'd be done. And that's what I forgot about that until I remembered that. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm going to call it this evening. So, yeah, we solved it. We got to make our lives easier. That's what it's all about, right? Making our lives easier. But again, y'all, I was in Afro Travel, Blue Moon Dreams, Evelyn Schaefer. Love you. I'm serious about it. Oh, okay, logo buyout. Well, I'm glad you are serious about it. Thank you so much for sharing that last part. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, so it's so interesting. And I just, like, I'm figuring out, like, I gotta write a book or something. But I was in the salon again today, right? And so one of the young ladies said to me, hey, it's Jasmine, thanks for being here too. One of the ladies said to me, I was in there, I was doing my normal thing. It was very crowded today because everybody's trying to get all these services before Christmas, right? And so, but I came back because I only live down the street, and I was sitting there. I was almost finished like before, and one of the nail technicians, there's one doing my nails, and there's the other one, and she said, I don't mean any disrespect. No, she said, can I ask you something? But I don't mean to be disrespectful. Now, if somebody in the States says to you, or even here when people leave said that, I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's, hey, sister, okay. Okay, no, let me come. It's no problem. No problem at all. I appreciate you helping me. So I'm going to start. No, did he say he was coming today?
You didn't get it then?
No, the water? No, I didn't get it. Well, he's coming in the morning? Is he coming tomorrow morning? I was going to ask you. Yeah, because I'll get it tomorrow. But he's coming tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'll try to go. I'm going to go out early in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Very good.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
All right, thank you, sister. I appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Like I told you, I gotta go get the bucket. So anyway, I'm sitting there, and she said, I don't mean be disrespectful. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Can I ask you a question? And I said, yeah, of course. So when Americans say that means they're about to insult you. But when a Ghanaian says it, it means because you're older, I have to, there's certain questions you can't ask an older person. It used to be this way, I think in the States too, but we got so far away from our culture in so many ways. So, but I still didn't know what she was going to ask. And she said, can I ask how old you are? So you see why she said I don't mean to be disrespectful, because, and I said, oh, and she said, like, this year is over. How old will you be next year? I said, oh, next year, 2026, I'll be 59. She said, oh my God, you're almost 60. Oh my God, I just can't believe it. And I was like, yeah. Now this is the second time that happened to me in there. And then the one that does my nail, that's my girl. Her name was Helena. And she says, yes, she talks very low. Everyone talks about how well you take such good care of yourself. How well you take care of yourself. Everybody talks about it. When you're not here, when you're here, because we see you walking down the street. She said the neighbors, they're talking about it too. Especially the young people. The young people, she said, we're talking about it the most. This is not something we see all the time. And I was like, and she was like, and I was like, oh yeah. I said, no, I do take good care of myself. Like everybody laughed, but I said, because I know for them, you give everything to God, and it's true. And I say, I thank God, right? So then I came away again, and I said, what is it? So I'm going to work on, for the new year or in the new year, I'm going to work on compiling in written form everything I do or what I believe contributes to the youthful energy. That's what I like to more call it. Because I think it's more than just the physical, right? I think it manifests in the physical, but I think it's way more than the physical. The physical is the last place to receive everything. If you're thinking low vibrational thoughts or negative thoughts or your negative self-talk, right? Then your body's gonna also manifest those feelings, right? Those thoughts, those ideas, those words. But it's the same way when you think higher vibrational thoughts, so be in a higher vibrational realm. One thing that I could say, and I thought about it today, is I don't feel like my mind is old. I feel like, for instance, there's music playing in the background. And I mean, all of it would be young people music because, let's face it, on popular radio, that's what they're playing, right? and it's high life, or it's hip life, or whatever they call it here. And Afrobeats. Sorry, y'all, because I don't be into it, but I mean, you know, when the song sound good, it sound good, right? When the beat is there, it's there. And I think about it, I'm just as much feeling the music like they be feeling it. They be sitting there tonight when nobody's around, just me. They be doing their dances. I be feeling like I want to do it with them. Like, I don't limit my mind. My mind is not limited to I'm old, so I shouldn't think like this. I'm old, so I shouldn't feel this way. I'm old, so I shouldn't limit myself. You know, the only people that I think might have a problem with my older self being and appearing and looking young is maybe the older people. And I think now I realize that's a lot of fear. It's just so amazing. Maybe I had that the young people are so fascinated. And they tell me they're fascinated because they don't have examples of aging that is, what would you say, prevalent or even celebrated. Because I said that I feel like the culture here celebrates. I remember one person said to me, no, girl, I want to get old. And I know a man said it to me too, because they said they want the privilege of being old, the privileges that come with it. So I mean, privilege. There's privileges that come with being old, and I feel like African society, right? I see it in Ghana. First of all, everybody got to listen to you when you're talking. If there's a seat, and it's, you know, you're on the bus, they're going to be the first ones to get up. Or if you're standing and waiting at the shoe guy to fix your shoes, they're going to tell you to sit down. People might actually just give you money. And everybody constantly, sorry, Papa. All right, Papa. All right, Mommy. All right. It's a very much like watch what they say and, you know, listen to you more, right? And there could be a plethora of other benefits that I wouldn't know because I'm not really in the culture. And thank you so much, Shanique, and everybody else, because, you know, the haters is, oh, he was acting a fool, or she, you know, they coming. So I really thought about that, and I said, every day when somebody stops me or says it or marvels over it, I always think, what is it? And I feel like for me, it's a feeling. It's a feeling. I don't buy that, you know, old lady thing. It's not that I don't want to buy it, or I don't even know to buy it. If you're young, a lot of y'all are younger than me, so I really want to help y'all. Do you get it? I want to tell you that it's your mind. Your mind doesn't have to get old. That doesn't mean it doesn't get smart, it doesn't get mature, right? It doesn't have wisdom, doesn't gain wisdom. Old is a way that, that music, even though you know a beat is a beat and it sounds good. You might not be out in no club shaking it like it's hot, dropping like it's hot. No, you're not gonna do that, but you feel it. Or you, so let me say this. I was thinking about this. I do my exercise from Tuesday to Friday. I used to do it 5 days a week. Now I do it 4 days a week because I was losing a lot of weight, a little more weight than I needed to lose, right? And plus my blood pressure was going a little too low. So I balance it out. I do 4 days a week on, 3 days a week off. But the other 3 days, don't get me wrong, I'm moving. This is an outside type of country. You walking and you dodging and you sweating, so you're still getting exercise. But I do formal aerobics. I have to. If I don't do my strength training / cardio, my thighs will look like cottage cheese, child. It'd be cellulite for days and having fast. I noticed I missed 1 day last week because I was, and that Friday, instead of waking up doing my exercise, a sister friend called me, wanted to be on the phone for 4 hours. It was a family member, so, you know, I stopped everything. But I noticed that the exercise is keeping it all together. I just want to give you that thing, because I know, I remember, Shanika, you had agreed too, like, I love the results of exercise, but I really don't like to exercise. It's not like when I'm exercising and I'm doing that cardio and I'm doing that strength training and I'll be like, I love this. I love this. No, I'll be like, child, how many more I got to go? You know what I'm saying? But I do it because I love the way it makes me feel. I love the happy endorphins that exercise gives you. And then, of course, I also love the results. But it was funny. I noticed that if you don't exercise, you start having aches and pains. Lower back pain, leg feels stiff. Exercise actually prevents the aging process, that's aging. Aging, when we say aging, it's really the results or what comes with it. And why does it come? See, I learned a long time ago when I was raw for 8 years, when I've been vegan for 35 years. And I learned a long time ago that exercise keeps you strong, that all that other aches and pains is premature aging because we're not exercising, we're not eating right, we're not drinking enough water, we're not getting enough sleep. Exercise is important, even if it's yoga, because the body is going to atrophy, is that the word? Like everything is going to turn back. So you want to keep everything going. Like my back the last few days, because I skipped a day, I'm definitely eating different foods that's a little heavier, right? So any extra weight, I notice I'll never be able to be thick as I was before. My body hurts when I carry that weight. I don't want to be as skinny as I was, but I know where to stop, you know? So it's the exercise, y'all. I can't express that the most. Like, there's other things, but today I want to just focus on exercise. Exercise strengthens the muscles. It strengthens the bones. It strengthens the body. When you sit all like this, that's because your body's not strong, because exercise naturally keep you sitting up. These are all appearances of being more youthful. It's the way I walk. Everybody say, oh my God, like the great God, I saw your madame, and yeah, she be walking fast. Or they be like, yeah, she be walking strong. I can't even walk slow. It's the New York in me. It's the New York in me. It never goes away, you know. But I move. I'm not moving like an old lady. I tell you, I want a man younger than me. He couldn't even keep up with me. I'll be honest with you. I mean, literally could not walk or keep up with me. He couldn't. I mean, So I didn't even understand. I noticed I don't attract old men. I don't attract men my age, and I don't even attract older men. They don't really even look at me, and I know why. Because as soon as they looking at me, they be like, that is going to be too much work over there. She walks faster than me. She got too much damn energy. Maybe they don't even think I'm their age either. Younger men are way more attracted to me. I'm the movement, the skin. The other thing too is the skin. The skin that seems like it's really not aging, although the skin is definitely aging. I don't see the signs like I could see, but they're there. I mean, black don't crack, so you're not going to see it a lot, you know? But that's the food. Like, the food is everything. You young people, I just want you to know, the food is everything. Just like your hair needs a lot of hydration, your skin needs a lot of hydration. It's water, and you can get that through water-rich foods, fruits and vegetables. Those are the most important. It's the food. It's the food. It's the exercise. It's the water. It's doing what you love. And being responsible, being on your purpose. And so our line said, is it genetics? My mother looked young to the day she left the earth. My mother smoked and ate pork and all kinds of stuff. And yes, I'm gonna tell you, she never aged. She was young looking. There's no doubt in my mind. My mother, some people, I got used to be like, when they be like, who's the daughter, who's the mother? I'd be like, hey, wait a second, I'm younger. Like, you know, but it's still, you gotta put work into it. It's work. But it's no more work than anything else. Exercise should be a normal part of your life. Eating well should be a normal part of your life. I don't think like that. I don't have a reason, but I know that if I stopped exercising, if I started eating foods that depleted me from my hydration, if I started thinking negative thoughts, if I started sitting around on the couch, if I didn't have these platforms, genetics wouldn't help me. I would still be, that lady instead of that girl. Be like, who that lady? Who be that lady? So it is like 60 is not young. I mean, in Ghana, that was, and it might still be, but it definitely was the average age. It was the life expectancy age. That's why they call themselves elders at 40. Because the life expectancy for a long time was 60, 65. And I think it still might be. So when you make it to 60 and you're looking like kind of your skin is still a little young looking, your body is shapely or so, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. I sometimes you got to watch it, especially as we get older, we'll start putting ourselves down. But if you think about it, you ain't that far off from everybody else. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. So, and one day you look at it and say it's beautiful, it's good, it's great. My beauty, I say this a lot. My beauty it's so important. My mother, the beauty was very important to her. I learned it. And then it's spirit. But the biggest thing now, all that is true what I said. But the biggest way, or the secret of being beautiful or being young or is spiritually having love in your heart, having love for others, being kind, being loving, wanting the best for yourself, loving yourself. Because when I was not loving myself, therefore attracted a relationship that was not loving to me, I was holding it together. Don't get me wrong, because I'm always going to exercise it. Listen, it could be a fire that happened yesterday. I'll be in there the next morning doing my exercise before I run out the house. I mean, it's a dumb metaphor, but it's just kind of like, or analogy, but it's just trying to tell you, like, I don't play about my routine. So I'm always going to have that routine, but it's spiritual. It's the spiritual beauty. Spirituality is beautiful. When you are beautiful, like, oh my God, when you meet somebody, and people know when you say it a certain way. I met this brother, I met this sister, she was so beautiful. I mean, her spirit was so beautiful. It's having that beautiful spirit. I still have wonder. I still interested in the person got to say. I still want to learn more. That's the real secret. And then, of course, lessening the chemicals. I'm not saying, look, I'm doing the nails. I mean, they're not acrylic nails. They're my nails, but they got a dip on it. The nail polish itself is, I'm sure, there's toxic. I'm not 100% perfect. But I'm lessening in other places, right? But it's definitely, so it's not, and the reason why I take the time to say it is like, I always want to help people, like, what can I do? What do I tell them when they ask me? Here they don't ask you, yes they did, the one in Volta region, she did ask me. They don't ask you, they guess when they find out how old you are. And they say, it must be the food. Because it was in the market, and they see me going to the market, and they see the food. It's so funny, the driver, I had a new driver, and when he escorted me to the locale market for my groceries, he said, oh, so you only buy fruits and vegetables. People want to know. They really want to know. They want to know, because you ain't looking like their grandmama at 60. You ain't looking like their mama at 60. Some of their mamas ain't even 60, so there's that too. That's just the truth. These are young people, so. But it's spiritual. It's really spiritual. And the first time I ever learned that from a spiritual perspective was when I picked up the book in 2000, Queen of Single Woman. And she had these gateways, or openings to a part of yourself, a part of healing. And one of the gateways is sacred beauty. And that was the first time when she gave this analogy, and she says, I want you to meditate. I want you to imagine that you going outside with a tight skirt or a tight pants or tight jeans and a tight shirt and high heels, and you're walking down the street. And imagine people, how they're looking at you, if they're saying anything, and even a comfort level, how you feel. And she'll take you through the business suits, which she's not for. Like, she'll take you through the combat boots and the camis, which is very masculine. And then the last thing she says, now see yourself in a grand booba or a booba or a kaftan. I'm just trying to give you all the names. And then see how you feel. So yeah, it's definitely, so I'm most beautiful when I'm most spiritual, when I'm most spiritually disciplined. That's when I'm most, and I put the physical, the workout, the food, right? The prayer, meditation, the self-caring on that level. You think you're just becoming more beautiful. You're actually becoming more spiritual. And your spirituality is allowing you to release. And and when you release like that, of course you're gonna look young. You're not holding on. You're not holding the stress. You're not holding the stress from generation to generation. And so I got a master class that's going on. It's going to start February 1st, Sunday, and then every other Sunday. And we're going to heal ourselves through the aspect of beauty and ultimate self-care. But you're going to see how it connects to your spirituality, or how your spirituality connects to your beauty. It's one. It's the same. So yeah, beautiful spirit on the inside is a beautiful physical body, mind, and soul on the inside, or the outside rather. So I just want you to know that. So yeah, let's keep going. Okay. So as Jasmine says, the one area I need to incorporate is strength training. I walk every day and carry my groceries, but it's not enough weight. Yeah, strength training is great, but you know what? That exercise I do, it looked like it's cardio, but she's calling it cardio and strength training. So strength training can be even without weights, that you're basically using your own body weight too. So don't forget that. Yeah, and the grocery stuff and stuff is definitely it, but so there's different ways to get it in, but absolutely. Black don't crack when we take care of our health and skin, absolutely. Absolutely, that's right, Jasmine. Exactly, eating well is a part of our life. It really is, because it's something we do, we need to do, we have to do, or we're not gonna live. So yeah, it helps a lot. Yes, I don't diet, I eat to live. That's right, Queen. I get my nails done too, even though it's not natural. It's about overall racial balance, exactly. And I use over 90% natural products. Me too. Exactly, Jasmine, exactly. Oh, you are right, I can use, yeah. That's what the real calisthenics is, the body weight. Even when I do these lunges and it's going back and forth, but you ain't holding nothing to pick your body up. You gotta use your butt to pick your body up. You gotta use your legs to pick your body up. When you're squatting, that's kind of strength training too, because you gotta use your core to lift yourself up and down. You're not, so yeah, body strength, and she made me think of it in a different way. So yeah, because I used to do weightlifting, and I really kind of loved it because I love the results of it. I do love to look strong. But once my heart, I got a little older, weight training wasn't working for me. So I started doing more body weight. Another thing too, is strength training, is when you do, so the Queen of Force Sacred Woman, there's another gateway called Sacred Movement. And then she has what she calls, it's actually womb yoga, or Ari Anka, right? Which is another, it's the Kemetic way, or words, or term of it. And a lot of times, the very same movement, I think it's 25, 26. If you just, I remember I did that video, I did that thing on YouTube. If you just slow it down, you're actually strength training, because when you slow it down, you're holding that weight up. That every time you slow it down, you're actually holding the weight. You as your weight. Every time you go down, you will get so toned in no time. So just slowing it down and being more mindful, right? Because you want the body, and the body got to be well. You know, if your mental is off, then that affects everything else. So I got to really write my own book. But it's so funny. I also can say, since I've gotten out of just released a lot of negativity from my life, a lot of legacy has been released from my life, because that's a constant, you gotta constantly do that. That's gonna be forever. I do notice that I do even feel better, look better, glow better, you know, and I love it. I love it, but I don't take it for granted. It's such a blessing, and it makes you always want to look good and look beautiful. You know, I want to say, I remember this was a long time ago. I remember I was in a relationship with my daughter's father, and we had separated. It wasn't no crazy, we were together, he found somebody else. No, we did it like the right way. So eventually, of course, a little later, maybe in a year, he found another woman. And you know how women go, like, I don't want him, but then wait a second, I might want him. He's my baby daddy. And I was so saying, I want him back. It wasn't true. But I knew that my abandonment was coming out. So that's when I first found, in 2000, Queen of Force Sacred Woman. And I started doing the Sacred Woman work. And that was, getting up at 4 a.m., taking sea salt baths every day, doing the womb yoga, eating a certain way, these prayer meditation, using high and essential oils, crystals. it's a initiation. It's a true covenant lifestyle, right? So of course you're looking beautiful, right? And I remember it was my friend I knew for 30 years. Met her in the States, so that's how I knew her for 30 years. She's in Ghana now, though. And I remember back then she said, I want you to know he notices. And I said, oh, who? She says, I know he ain't acting right. He with the other woman right now, but he is noticing. Like, everybody notices something's changed because I was doing that spiritual work. I was looking more beautiful. I was dancing, full out in a dance group and doing performances and rehearsing 4 hours a day for maybe 4 or 5 days a week, especially closer to performance time. I was doing theater and acting, creative writing poetry, voice lessons. So you see how and still doing these, getting up and doing this yoga, and younger too, so everything was working out, And the thing is, when you get better, when you really go within, when you release the things that no longer serve you, and that queen for a certain woman, that's exactly what that's about. They all notice. Don't think they don't notice. They all notice. And what you have to be very careful of is once you start to glow again, once you start to get healthier mentally, physically, and spiritually, because it's all one. That's why I said, when people ask me, like, what do you do? Or they try to guess. The reason I come to you with this is because it's not one thing. That's what people try to package. It's the diet I'm on, and they sell you the diet. It's not that, right? It's everything. They notice. They notice you are looking beautiful, you're looking fit, that your skin is glowing, and you have to be very careful because you'll get to a point where you're much healthier. And you'll even think you're so healthy, you might be, I'm ready for a new relationship, and then you meet the new person, but they're really still a lot like the other one. The problem that you had didn't go away because you're just hitting the surface. Give yourself a lot of time. Don't get so excited at the first, I look so much better than I used to look last year. Because your mind, body, and spirit has to catch up. There's so much more for you to learn. There's even more beauty you're about to enter into. That's what I want to do next year with the masterclass every other Sunday. Is to help us stay on track and not get sidetracked, if you will. Don't worry, they know. Let me tell you, the old relationships, they're kicking themselves right now. They notice it, but they just want to come back and get your energy and continue to do the foolishness they still do. So you got to be, when you get into that place, you got to be careful. The old ones will come back because they drained you before. And when they drain you to deplete you, they don't want you. When they see you plug back in, that's more supply or energy that they can feed off in order to get that, because they lose a certain amount of energy when you're gone. That's why your supply. You'll see it in them. You can see it's not the same swag, or they're just not as happy, or they have a darkness around them, or they look depressed, or they don't look like themselves because they don't get to feed on you. But once you start, but if they can come back in, oh, I just want to take you out, oh, I just want to talk to you on the phone. It could be any little thing. Or I just want to stand in your presence. They are siphoning your energy, and you will be depleted, and you will be so mad at yourself. Take it from a person who's been doing cleaning food for over 20 years. I know the pitfalls. So this is a time where when you just get back on your feet, even if the first year, second, third year, you notice, okay, I've even dated, it's been like 2 years since I broke up with the last one, or we separated, or 3 years, and you still meeting that same person, it's because you have not done the deeper work, or there's much more work to do, and you're rushing it. I can teach you that, and I can teach you that, I'm saying from my experience. Don't be flattered that the old ones are finding you attractive. Don't be flattered that all these new men, they're not really new. They're the same people. You're not there yet. 1 year is not enough. 1 year is just for you to know you can do it. You have not even seen the true beauty you are. You know how people, when they want to give you a compliment, and it's a true compliment, they'll say, you're aging backwards. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. You're going to get better and better and better. If I can say one thing that nobody really said to me, or maybe they did and I didn't really listen, take your time when you just coming out of something, even a year or two, and you can test it though. Go out with somebody and then you'll realize it's the same type of stuff. Sometimes it's the same person, doing the same thing in the same way that the last one. This has happened to me when I first was doing Queen for a Sake Woman, throughout it. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're on the more side of the light, because I remember the first, I did it in 2000, and in 2001, I tell you, I met the elder man that changed my entire freaking life and spirituality and freedom. And we were together for 6 years. It wasn't supposed, I grew so much that I grew out and I started traveling and going places, and the person knew that. I was doing it again when I got married. When I do the work, I do meet the best people. But at first, but I did in those times kiss a lot of frogs, because I was, it's interesting, but it's the physical that attracts, right? It's really not just that, but that's what we believe, that's what others believe. So that's going to show really beautiful, but there's so many hidden parts of yourself you haven't tapped into. So you want to very much take your time. And you want to keep, you want to stay grounded, because you are going to be looking so beautiful, and there's so much more attention, and so many more people are looking at you. I mean, it's just the truth. You look amazing. You look, the glow that's on the outside is really the glow of love, and that's the glow of love for yourself. It's the glow of the divine. I put oil on one time in a day, one time, or shea butter or whatever, and this is the end of the day, and I put no more on. It's a difference, and they see it. So don't let people come back and suck you dry, and don't rush so much to see how healed you really are. Take your time. Take your time. Enjoy the time with yourself. This was year 1, I'm going into year 2. I didn't even see going into year 3 before I take anything too seriously. I'm loving this time. But don't be surprised the olds comes back, or even sends you energy. They can do it. You don't be flattered by everybody that says something nice to you. Say thank you and keep it moving. You're not ready yet, but you will be one day if you have an intention. And you can go out there and test. Let me go out on a date. So let me try this thing. Let me go out on this date. Let me see, and you will find out. You'll be like, I gotta keep attracting. It's not just you attract the same type of person. It's so spiritual. You attract the same person. The way that other person did you, breadcrumbed you, or ignored you, or was abusive, mentally, physically, or spiritually. Whatever way there was, it's going to be the same. And it's going to happen quickly, because your third eye is a lot more open. It ain't fully open, but it's more open. But when you really get to that place of self-love by taking the time and work, so they'll say, flaunt the beauty. It's there, but you're going to be more beautiful, and I want to help you along the way. So I'll do another video, and I'll get more into it with like links and where you can go, what it entails. I'll read the course description to you. I didn't write on that. It's just in my mind, but I wanted to share that. And I'm really tired. I was out today, and tomorrow I'm back on my healing regimen, so I got to go back in. Okay, so let me read. Hey, I see all my sisters here, many of the sisters. Yes, that's right. Okay. Oh, you are right. Okay, yes. Okay. Hey, McLaughlin. How are you, darling? I hope you're well. My dear sister from the island. Elsie Mitchell says, do you know anything about GERD? I don't. I've been having issues lately, but I have been doing about 100, 120 squats a day for about a month. I've never done that before. Squats are great, but, anything, GERD, I heard of it, I'm sure it's like probably more like an acronym for something. But let me say this about anything, like, don't overdo it. It's never like one thing. So you can't really the remedy can't be just one thing. But when you have any type of dis-ease, it's mental, physical, spiritual. A lot of times it's the people that surround you. There's somebody around you that is very irritating. It could be a boss, it could be a coworker, it could be a family member, it could be a spouse, but something emotional. Most diseases come from, it's emotional. It's long withheld or withstanding emotions. Thank you for love. That's buried very, very deep inside. Sometimes you can't literally stand somebody. or you've been putting it down. You've been just ignoring that thing that needs to be dealt with. So, and the squats, too much anything is not going to be ever going to be good. I don't care how good it is, because it's working the same muscle, the same body, and you want to make sure that you're not overdoing it and damaging. That's why I have to say, in the workout, the days off are just as important as the days on. And I've had to learn that. Or I was the one that I go hard on everything. I've learned not to do it, and it works even better. I never wanted my blood pressure to get high. Child was too low. Okay, I was getting too low. I was weak and dizzy. I was like, damn, okay, what I got to do? Okay, don't work out 5 days, work out 4. Don't have no salt, add a little tiny bit, but add it after you eat the food. What else I said? It was another thing that I had to balance it, So the balancing of that, but I will say this, I would love to do, if you have time and you want to invest, I would love to do a one-on-one consultation with you. So you could email me, it's in the description box, because that would help me better help you, because I would get the more details and it'd be, a little more private, but I hope that helps. So you can go to the website, you can pay for consultation there, or you can send the money direct to PayPal, CashApp, or Zelle, and it's in the description box if you want to get in contact with me. I would love to help you directly. Okay, please write it. I need it. Thank you, Jasmine. But I'm definitely listening to me. Thank you. Whitney Joyce, I can't wait to rewatch this. So much good information. Thank you. You're very welcome. It's the young ladies at the nail salon. They always are amazed. I'm almost 60, and I always say, because I always be stumped when people say, what do you do? I be so stumped. I be like, I really want to tell them something. Like, I really want them to feel like, yes, And it's the young ladies. They on it. They want it. Yes. The thing for me is this fear of waiting, doing the healing, and not getting to have kids. Okay. There's so much work for me to do. There's definitely this fear of missing out and never being ready. Yeah, I could feel that energy. And I want to feel that energy right now. So is that like a fear? Everything's got to be done now, or never will be done, or the patience level? Let's do a consultation, but you can still share. And thank you for sharing that. I hope to be able to join the course in February. Yes, that's why I waited till February too, because I know January is right after the big holiday and all the stuff and end of the year things. So that's why I waited till February. And we could even push it back another week if we have to. But that's why I did it, so give people a chance to get their money together as well. And Whitney, email me. We could always, you are been with me for a very long time, so we'll see what we could work out, okay? Jasmine said, support the channel by sending CashApp. Thank you, $.LaRosa-67, or Zelle, which is right there, afrocentrichomedesign @gmail.com, and just use Lisa Goodson, take out the Marie, and that'll be perfect. Thank you. It does, thank you. I didn't actually say hi. That's okay. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're asking, because I really want to help. I really do. Yes, Elsie, I want to have kids one day too, but women can have healthy pregnancies well into their mid to late 40s. Yes, and we can talk about it too. Like a lot of things is, because it's a lot of choices, right? Like you want to do this and you want to do these things for yourself, and you want to have a certain type of lifestyle and you want to accomplish certain things, but you also want children. And the fact is, yeah, we can do it all, but the fact that we think, that's overthinking. Children always come at the perfect time. You'll be able to do all the things you ever wanted to do. I'm going to tell you what's so deep about children, how a lot of times we don't want to have children until we get ourselves together. And I get that. But let me say this, that it's interesting. I've managed to do the things I always wanted to do with a child. But it's funny, when you're raising them, it's like, when they going to grow up, okay? Because I got scheduled because of them. There's a whole schedule of stuff. And the minute they will leave the house, you ain't even yourself, child. You oh my God, you're so linked. So there's a way to allow as opposed to schedule. There's a way, there's divine timing. And that doesn't mean when people say, well, in divine timing meaning, so you just got to wait and suffer. No, there really is a divine timing where it all works. It all works together. The child actually brings in the most highest divine purpose. So now when you wait, children have a way for those that are divine to have children. There are some that we're not going to do that this lifetime. I did that, but there's not, it's okay, because that's a path too. But I wish sometimes I said, well, listen, I wish I had at least one or two more, like now, but then I was like, one of them done. But it's different lifetimes, and you've played all the roles, and it's only really one lifetime. It just looks like it's split up. So you get to do everything. You get to have a child in some lifetimes and don't, but either way, don't worry about it, but schedule a consultation if you want to. It does, okay, yes. So yeah. But yeah, I really want to do the spirit, the sacred beauty, or the beauty, unless I have to call it sacred beauty, spiritual beauty, and just understanding, like, when I was 20 and 30 and 40 and 50, this is a long decades now. I can't believe we're going this far. But now soon I'll be 60. Now I understand the fascination. It is something. What are you doing? And it's a beautiful thing because it makes you think about, maybe we'll go with, what is everybody else doing? What's important to you? Because what's important to me, I love, I enjoy. What would you do no matter what you're going through? And how good do you make me feel? I do it because it makes me feel good. It's such a great feeling. And then the benefit of that is looking a certain way. So yeah, but we'll talk more, and yeah, thank you, Jasmine. I got it. We'll talk more as we go. I'm gonna go rest. I just wanted to say I'm about to take off my clothes, so I was like, let me, get this out. Another thing though, this is something spirit just grabbed me and said, most people that or you see, they really don't deserve you. Like, you're really, 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 really special. And you really have to treat yourself as such. That's the big one. When you start to really see yourself as that, everything you need, in any way you need it, you'll receive it. I just want somebody to hear that today. Like, you're really, really special. And when you start feeling that, thank you for the love, and treating yourself that way, and knowing that, wow, there's some that won't even be in your orbit, in your cipher. Never again. There's some people in your life, they fumble you and they know it, but they don't understand. They think they fumbled. They never really had a chance. They never were for you. They never were your divine mates. You just didn't know it because you didn't know who you were. And now you're going to be far greater than even who you thought you were. To do that work that we're talking about, to be on that type of discipline, which is just beautiful, because I don't regret any of them years. For over 35 years of living this life, right? That shows you you're special. That's really like, like I said, I'm in an indigenous culture. If you were more in indigenous culture and you said you did that life, they would ask you, are you a priest? Are you religious? Are you a queen mother or from the royal family? Like, you would be something other than the normal everyday person. So people that do that, when you do that, you're not in the realm of the everyday. And you have to, and what I'm going to teach you is to be okay with that. To let go of that martyr or that way of being or feeling sorry for others. They ain't doing the work you do. They can't stand next to you or even in front of you. And it's not a diss or some arrogance. It's mathematical that you put in that much time and effort and work. You'll see it pay off. Besides in the health and your looks and your vitality. It's going to be a beautiful course, and we're going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it thoroughly. A lot of wonderful things we're going to do. So anyway, just wanted to remind you, we are special. Yes, we are. Thank you. You're very welcome, Elsie. Anybody that wants a consultation one-on-one, you can just go to the description box. You'll get my email. You tell me you want it. I'll tell you where to send the money, or you can go to the website and book it. Well, you can't book it, but you can purchase it. You still have to go to the email and email me. But if not, I'll be here, and I would love to have you on the course. The course is going to be dope. And I'll talk more about it as the days go on. All right, y'all. So I'm pretty sure before the year ends, before the new year comes, I'm going to be at the Volta. So we're going to be in the countryside. So get ready for countryside videos. I got a lot to do there, girl. Ladies, I got properties and apartments, and I'm here for it. So it's a blessing. And I will see you in the next one. I love you, ladies. Have a beautiful, blessed, and wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. Peace and love. You too, darling.